Victoria, come on up. And while you're coming up, I would like to thank you for bringing this to our attention, because at first glance it seemed kind of a simple process, but after looking at it and talking to several people out there, it's a big deal.
It is.
So I really appreciate you keeping us aware of something like this.
There are real issues. This was first brought to my attention by Andrew Folks, who's the president of Tuoliomi, which is an environmental advocacy group and a land trust based in Woodland. And in interest of full disclosure, I've been a member of the Tuoliomi board for the past 5 or 6 years. They are involved in all sorts of land preservation and recreational activities in this area, and he's very familiar with inch by inch what goes on there. I have a map here which shows some of the trails involved that perhaps would be helpful. As detailed in the memo I sent to the board, this county road, Yolo County Road 40, also known as Ray House Road, runs from Highway 16 over into Lake County. It becomes Reef Road as it enters the county, crosses the county line, and it joins with ends at Morgan Valley Road on our side, very near the McLaughlin Reserve. The intervening area is mostly owned by BLM, but there is a little bit of private ownership, and part of it is owned by the Homestake Mine, and they are the applicants for closure. The problem came about because the access from the Yolo County side crosses Cache Creek, and the bridge there has been deemed unsafe and has been closed. So there is no access from the Yolo County side, aside from by foot at the present time. So when that happened, Yolo County stopped maintaining the road, and as has in some of the material I forwarded to the board, in the application for closure, there's a letter of support from the managers of the McLaughlin Reserve, who lists several concerns about what is going on out there already, including erosion into the creeks and illegal activities in the area. And they were supportive of the closure for that reason. But I think there are grievous disadvantages to it. It would, in effect, make this extensive area of public recreational land inaccessible to the public at all from Lake County, because this is not just a request for closure, it's a request for abandonment. That section of road would not only be closed to vehicles, it would no longer be a public access easement. And I think that's really unacceptable. Especially since the BLM has been doing quite a bit to improve recreational facilities back there. This is the access to Buck Island, where is an important place where people put their kayaks into Cache Creek. They have installed several pit toilets, outhouses in effect, whatever we call them these days, in the area. They're trying to improve it for beneficial public access. It also is really, this is something that's very much of concern to the people at McLaughlin, there's a lot of illegal activities going on out there. And they are afraid that since there is minimal to no law enforcement, basically it's only being provided by the BLM at the present time, since Yolo County can't get in there, that having the road open is encouraging this. Well, the problem is that this horrible, we saw an example of one paper subdivision, we've got another one in there, this new Cashville thing, which is just a disgrace. Well, a lot of that land is privately owned. A lot of these illegal activities are taking place on that land, and it's impossible to deny access to people's private property. So what would happen in this case is that ordinary, decent campers, hikers, hunters who want to go in there and use the land for what it's intended for won't be able to get in, but the illegal people will. Now, I just think the way we should be approaching this is to try to plan out a solution that works. BLM maintains their own roads. As you can see from that little sketch map, unfortunately I don't have a color printer at the moment, so it doesn't come out as clearly as it should. There are fairly extensive areas of roadways on their lands that they take care of. And I think it's entirely possible that they would be willing to work out an arrangement with Yolo County to maintain the road, the access road itself. Lake County, since it's largely at the present time Lake County people who are using the area, it seems to me that we should be interested in coming to an agreement. What I'm hoping the board will do is send a letter to the Yolo County planner behind this, recommending that they deny this application, and instead of trying to make up solutions right on the fly, to get together with a 2x2 or some other representation from both counties and the BLM, with people from law enforcement participating, to come forward with a management plan for the area that'll work for everybody. I think this is something that really can be worked out and should, and it would be very, very short-sighted and improper to deny public access, probably permanently, just because we don't want to sit down and take the trouble to work out something that works. If the board has any further questions, I will answer them if I can.
Any questions? Nope. Okay. Any other members of the public?